Final score, I'm exhausted. Palace 3, Bournemouth 3. Tom,
yes, mate.
I don't know how to put that one into words. Frustration, elation, everything.
Yeah, it was mad. It was a bit like the remember the Tottenham one with Dango, but obviously Tottenham, if Tottenham had scored after that, it was frustrating. I think it's a weird one, isn't it? I think we all would have taken a point. It would have been a hell of a point here, but we've got the game twice. I think if Antonio's looking at it properly, we weren't good enough second half. We had the game. First half we were absolutely brilliant, 2-0 up. Second half, I don't know what the game management was appalling in my opinion. We were terrible when we come out second half. Obviously credit to them, but we had a 2-goal lead. We didn't need to be sat there. It was strange, but we found a way, as we always do, to get back in the lead. Chrissy Skaggs went in, and then Lewis Cook gives him the decision to make. I think it's very harsh. I think if he doesn't give it, VAR's never overturning it. You see that every corner.
Yeah, you do.
But Lewis Cook, you've been on the pitch a couple of minutes. You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. So.
I think it was the linesman that gave it. The referee obviously then made the decision, but no Palace player was claiming for it. No person in the Palace crowd. So that makes it all the more harder. But that kind of thing, it is a penalty. But like you say, it happens week in, week out, which makes it so hard to really.
There was one on Semenyo as well. I feel like there was one on Semenyo, but if you're going to give pens for that, then you have pens for every set piece. That's the thing. But Lewis don't need to do it. I don't think. But really frustrating, mate. And obviously, Mateta gets his hat trick. Everybody just realised he got a hat trick.
It's one of those things, before the game, you'd absolutely take a point before the game, and then you're off ski. All right, Ben's off ski. He knows where he's going now.
He's fine.
Take a point before the game, but it's just the way it unfolded. It's hard to swallow, but you've got to give us some massive credit, but also them, I suppose, as well, for coming back into it. And they weren't in the game.
No,
they came back into it within about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, I thought we were full first half. I think it was a Mateta header that he should have done better. Ironically, because he scored a hat trick, but he should have easily got 4 at least. And he missed a poor header. Apart from that, I thought Celeste's done quite well on him. And like I say, I mean, whether Palace know or not, we didn't have our striker's not here today. We bring in a kid and he scores 2. So they're really happy as well with a point by the sounds of it. Are we straight on up here? But listen, it's a really weird one because, like I say, I'd have ripped Rand off for a point before. Probably when they made it 2-2, I'd have ripped Rand off for it as well. But the fact that we've come to Palace, so obviously the next best thing, and they're absolutely buzzing. Look at them. They drew with us, so I think that shows where we're at, mate. It shows where we're at because they've got a penalty at the end that's one of them, and they're very, very pleased right now. We're really disappointed, and I think that shows where we're at, mate. So we've got to take the positives from that. We're gutted with a point at Palace, so it's shows where we're at.
I'm sure Andoni is going to take loads of positives from it, but there's a fair bit to work on. I mean, let's face it, when they did get their equaliser, I'm seeing a ball that comes over from the left-hand side that then goes to our left-hand side. Trefair seemed to be thinking he was in a central defensive position, which allowed them to get the ball across, and then obviously Petrovic got that touch, and obviously Mateta, right place, right time. But you can almost put a number of our goals that we conceded down to individual errors.
Yeah, I thought so, mate. I thought Trefair had a tough time defensively in the second half. Don't think he really knew where to be, which was a bit of a concern because I think there was a few times against Brighton where Minter, I thought, oh God, he's got him here. And the first time today, I thought, Trefair doesn't seem to know where he wants to be at full back, and he's been pretty consistent. But I was a little bit wary of that today. It was. I don't know whether you look at that and go, is someone in front of him got help? But I don't think his positioning. He didn't look like he's a defender, and we're hanging on. He's got to be a little bit better. For the centre half to the right, I think I was chatting to a Bournemouth fan then. We go, if Celeste had pace, he'd be at Real Madrid. But you do notice it when you don't have pace a few times. But again, we're 2-2. We look like we're hanging on to try and get the point. Subs worked again because Christie's managed to skank in a goal from a Tav assist. You know what I mean? And it's but you've got to see that out, mate. And they're a good side. They're a very, very good side.
It felt like the referee was star of the show somewhat. Obviously, there was a conscientious red card decision with Senesi bringing down Sarr. I think it seemed like his fall was very delayed, but I think the angle, by the looks of it, he was running away from goal. Therefore, that's what deemed it not a red. And then, obviously, with the penalty as well, they had a disallowed goal. It was one that Jared Gillett, I think, in hindsight, will be loving because all of the attention's on him, right?
It's Jared Gillett for you. I get enough stick about having a go at refs. He made sure that game was about him today, as he does. Oh, listen, if he like I said at the top, mate, if he don't give that, there's no Palace fan saying they should have had a pen at the end. There's no one saying it, but because that happens at every corner. But Jared Gillett wanted to make sure he was in the headlines, which is what he does. Maybe he'll get behind a mic again and get a little viral video. But I've already texted the Frank saying, can you please take him back?
Yeah.
I honestly, I hate him.
We need to talk about Kluivert, who obviously stepped into Evan Nilsson's shoes. We were concerned, we were talking about it in the car, maybe on the vlog a little bit, that, you know, for as expensive and as good as we see him, he's probably not getting the numbers. Sometimes you come out of games thinking, did he even have a shot? Kluivert steps in, he's not the same type of player, we know that. And then he scores 2 goals, 2 good goals, one at the far post, header was it, or just bundle it in, and then a shot in the penalty area, and Christie as well, 2 players that scored for their countries in the week as well. Kluivert, thoughts on him? Because I thought he did all right.
So what we kind of all say about him, that
he burned out a little bit.
Yeah, we're not obviously we're not sure about him. He's raw, but we know he's a goal scorer. I think I said it in a piece on the BBC or something, saying like it doesn't matter what level he was in the French second league, and you go, oh, that's not good enough. But if you score goals, you score goals, and you know where the net is, and he showed that today. I think what happened second half was Evan Nilsson's not coming off at that point because he would have given us more. But would Evan Nilsson score the 2 goals? I don't think so. So it depends how you look at it, mate. I think it's one of them where they're both really good strikers, but at the opposite things. Yeah. So whether you can rotate that going forward might be a really, really good for us. But yeah, I think, like I say, I think he showed what he's about in his poaching striker instincts. But then second half, when we needed a little bit of what I would say is, how many times we come under the cosh like that? Not many, because I think every time we were clearing it was coming straight back. Yeah. We didn't have someone to kind of hold it up and get us up the pitch. So that happens, and that's why. Yeah, listen, it's very rare that a striker scored 2 goals and gets subbed, and I think that's because we needed another side of the game. But he done what he said to do, mate. He put the ball in the net twice, and that's I think if Ever's going to be out for a little bit, mate, that's a hell of a fucking advantage to have, to know the Kluivert can put the ball in the net. All
eyes would have been on Semenyo from Palace fans, with Glasner, I'm sure, before the game, and he wasn't really in it, but it's just the fact that he's a threat, and sometimes he takes a couple of markers away, but from him, he had a few flashpoints, but other than that, I think he did well. He did well for us, but he was playing with a booking, I suppose.
The early yellow, which was a joke, by the way. I think that's so harsh early on. But he's playing on early booking, so we had to be a little bit careful. But it's still it's the same old. He's still always a threat. Yeah, he didn't have one of his scintillating displays, but you know, if you're Palace when the game's on a knife edge, you don't want the ball to go near him. Yeah. And yeah, it did quite happen for him, like in that aspect. But
it wasn't just him though. That Tav, I thought was Kluivert wasn't overly brilliant.
I don't think. I mean, I know when we kept Tav on the pitch, and a few people saying, "Oh, I thought Tav might come off." The difference, what I always say is, we scored that 3rd goal because Tav still got the legs.
Yeah, that's right.
To get the assist, and I totally agree. I don't think Tav was good enough on the ball today. I thought he gave it away a few times. Didn't think he was very good. He wasn't in the last game. But the reason And only keeps him on the pitch is because when everyone's getting leggy, he isn't. And he's the one that gets the assist, which is nearly the winner. Kluivert, again, everyone said when he come on and scored, and really basically won us the game against Fulham. He's got to start now. He's starting to turn into a player that's better off the bench, because against Leeds and again today, I didn't think it was very good from the off, mate. I thought Scott was brilliant. I thought Scott Allen was really, really good in that first half. I can see why he took Scott off. He started to get a little bit leggy, but I thought him and Adams done a really good job in there. I thought Jimenez was very good. And the 2 centre halves done a decent job. Petrovic,
I was about to say.
Oh mate, and the amount of times he catches it, and with previous keepers we ain't catching it. So I just love the fact that when a ball goes in the box, I'm like, it's fine, which I haven't been like for a long time. So that was ideal. The only frustration was just the way he went in the game, because you're bringing on fresh legs. I didn't think, listen, Gallandoke and Adley are attacking players, but they've got the legs. They should be able to help us a little bit more. And Lewis is the one that gives away the penalty.
I didn't even realise he was on the pitch, if I'm honest.
Mate, he's experienced, Lewis.
Who's he come on for? I didn't even realise.
He come on near the end. Yeah, I can't even remember.
Alex Scott or something.
But he come off earlier. But yeah, he's so experienced, Lewis, that it's the last one you think's gonna do that. But then he's desperate, and it's he'll probably say, if I do that 15 minutes into the game, it's never a pen. So.
One of the things that we can say though, quite firmly, with a lot of conviction, matches under Andoni Iraola are rarely boring, and that was another exciting one. People are still going to be talking about it, mate.
Oh, mate, I think we said in both the previews that it's weird that 2 really good coaches and we saw a 0-0 last season that was absolutely drab. We see some bad games, and we said, hopefully it's not like that again. Yeah. Fair play, both coaches went for it. Listen, you got to look at Mateta. I remember everyone thought he was going to be a flop until Glasner come in. The bloke I honestly don't think he was that good.
He got a call up for France in the week as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I honestly don't even think he had a good game. He had a hat trick. He could have scored 5, couldn't he? He's a threat every time. So fair play. And when Water got on the ball, he saw a little bit of quality, and
it got better as the game went on.
Yeah, and listen, like we're disappointed because you're 2-0 up away from home. You're then 3-2 up with stoppage time. Of course you're going to be disappointed, but not many teams are going to come here and get a win, mate. So I think it's one of them that it's going to take me until the Forest win to kind of get over it a little bit, but I think come the end of the season we'll go.
Valuable point. I
think it's more the if Cristiano scored and it ends 2-2, I don't think we're as despondent.
Oh, don't.
But it was the way it happened, mate. I think it'd be weird if a fan wasn't frustrated by that. But it's a point on the road. A team that rarely lose on the road. They haven't this season. I don't think they've lost at home since Feb. So they're a really, really good side. It's just a shame we're not walking back top of the league. But we've got to chant it a few times. That was good fun. Two very good teams, 2 really good coaches. 3-3, first match today, surely.
I think so.
Let's have it. Best of the rest, these 2 sides, mate.
My wrist is vibrating. Either I've done 10,000 steps or someone's calling me, so I better go. But that's the fan cam's done. Well. And you know the videos that are on the way. Up the chairs. See you soon.
Mark's round all twice.